What else would make a bathtub feel more like home to a turtle? Frogs.
Ahoy, George. Need any help there? Oh, these? Here you go.
The flippers look like frog feet.
Wait, you can't run into the... Never mind. Well, you're in anyway. You'll want this too.
The flippers helped him swim fast enough to catch up with frogs. It also helped that the frogs had never seen another frog so big and hairy before. Now his tub even sounded like the turtle's home. Maybe sand and snails and frogs just weren't enough. George brought back all the green lake stuff he could find, even the slimy things. He'd accidentally caught a fish. The turtle had to like that. How could sand and snails and frogs and lily pads and slimy things, plus a fish, not be enough? The only thing the lake had that this tub didn't was Mr. Quint. Maybe a monkey could never make a turtle happy. Except by leaving it alone. So George decided to go back to what he was doing in the first place, searching for Bill's lost disc. What he discovered was more than just a lost toy. And they could hold their breath for a long, long time. Much longer than a monkey.
Ah, what a day. I can't wait for a nice, long soak in the tub.
Whoa!
Who are you? George, has it really been that long since I cleaned the tub, or did you do this? Okay, everybody's back home. I hope you've learned there's more to a happy home than just a dirty bathtub.
Thinking back, George realized even though it would be fun to have worms living under his bed, they'd be happier in their own home, dirt. Still, it was exciting to think new friends might turn up right in your own backyard. Or even under it. Then he knew exactly how.
afraid it's going to be even colder tomorrow. Sorry. You can still have warm dreams, though. Good night.
Colder tomorrow? George couldn't wait.
Don't forget your hat.
George's plan was working. George had made an ice bowling set. He was finally having fun. Then, Jumpy did something unexpected. At first, George thought squirrels must really hate bowling. But Jumpy only wanted to get the frozen nuts. George and Jumpy played nut hockey till the sun went down. Then he set up for the next day. In the morning, George bundled up.
You're not going to need that hat and scarf. It's warmer today.
It was a perfect day. It turned out winter could be fun. Except now, it wasn't cold enough to freeze anything solid. All that work inventing fun stuff, and it was all for nothing. Winter. It was like a roller coaster of blah.
It started already? We're supposed to get a ton of snow tonight. Well, good thing I bought a new shovel.
Maybe inventing stuff wasn't all for nothing. It helped him survive the dull of winter till the first snow.
George, it's snowing in the house.
Yeah, winter is a roller coaster. And monkeys love roller coasters.
I guess he doesn't want us filling up before the meal.
To measure the marks on the door, George needed something longer.
I think he's a restaurant critic. He's taking samples of the pasta.
The scratches had depth, too. How could George measure that?
Where's that side of ravioli?
But I just cooked it.
Waiter, could we get some water?
Now he's reviewing the ravioli.
He seems to like it better than the spaghetti. That he just dragged along the floor.
The scratches on the booth were shorter than those on the door, and they were a lot deeper, too. George proved the scratches were different. Gnocchi was innocent. But then, who was making the scratches? George couldn't leave this problem unsolved. He had to find out what was making those scratches. There was no evidence of a bear or dinosaur break-in.
Where is our garlic bread?
We ordered it quite some time ago. I think your waiter is quite lazy.
Oh, I am so sorry. Mi scusi. I will get it now. Oh, he's not the waiter. He's reviewing the restaurant for the newspaper.
Don't be silly.
Well, it's true. He really likes the ravioli.
This scratch hadn't been there earlier. It was brand new.
This is the most thorough reviewer I have ever seen.
Well, that's not a restaurant critic or a waiter. It's a monkey.
A great scientist wouldn't let a problem get the best of him. George had to calm down and use his head.
Giorgio, what are you doing in here?
They know him. He's not a monkey.
That guy was so wrong.
George showed them what he had discovered.
Oh, Giorgio, oh, I love this kid. You are proving Gnocchi is innocent. I'm so happy. I'm gonna make 2 trays of cannoli. Exactly. Cannoli for everyone on the house.
Making enough cannoli for everyone was exhausting, because though George thought like a scientist, he ate like a monkey.
We have to help put this all back.
Us? I'm going for the record.
Taking mail is a crime. Either a 211 or a 907A. You know he did it. That makes you his accomplice.
His pursuit of free fresh fruit had driven him to crime. Accidentally.
You didn't know, George. You're a monkey.
I'll do it. I want to get back to my game. You'll take all day. I'm older, smarter, and faster.
Oh, yeah? How about whoever returns the most packages fastest gets to play your game?
You, Sharky, and Neighbor Monkey can be a team. I'll beat you all.
His name is George, and you're on.
3, piece of cake.
Anything for this building? Hold it. That's says 15. Huh? Ooh. We have to find one that says 8.
You're gonna have to move faster than this.
While Betsy and George searched, Steve kept on delivering.
We don't even have a package for 8. What a waste of time.
This is my 6th. Have you even delivered one?
He's too fast. You organized them. Good job, George. None for 8, but we have 3 packages for 14. Even numbers are on this side of the street, odd on that side. Okay, let's roll.
So they set out to try their system. Turkey helped too. Steve ran fast, but his packages were out of order, while the Monkey Girl dog team delivered their packages in a row.
I've delivered 11 packages. Hey, where'd all the packages go?
We just delivered our 11th also. So whoever delivers their next one fastest wins.
20? Back across the street again?
We're gonna win! He's going far away. This one is for 9N Avenue. There is no 9. What do we do? There's 7 and 11. I don't know. Number 9! You found it!
Well, now, I was there when that package was delivered, so someone must have stolen it. Send a policeman. Send 2 policemen. No, 4. I want someone arrested. Found it.
Yes, it's a tie! Does that mean we get to play the game?
No, you had to win to play. All right, you can play.
Yeah, George! We did it! I can't believe it!
Where's my game? I left it here. Where could it have gone? I was beating the record and I was on level 7.
George didn't find the farmer, but he found the pump. This is when good watch pigs go get their farmer. They needed a gate opener pig. How could such a little monkey move a big, heavy pump? George could use a bike to move the pump. Maybe the wheel should be on the pump and not on the monkey.
All done. Less snaggy legs.
Want me to wrap it?
You know what? I like the snaggy legs better. Can you put them back on? Sorry.
No problem. As long as you buy it. I'm thrilled.
Even with wheels, George needed help to pull it all the way back to the house. The goat sure liked to pull. He was the perfect choice. Or maybe the pigs would do it. But when he opened the gate, they ran to do their watch pig duties and get their farmer. Wasn't there anybody who'd help? The chicks were willing. But the cow was a lot stronger.
All right, got it!
What is it? Something wrong?
You know, I think they're trying to tell us something.
They're trying to tell us all the pigs are loose. Get them!
That cow was so good at towing a pump that it went right past her. Before long, he'd pumped all the water out of the house.
George, I'm home. Wow, that new rug makes the whole room look cleaner. George, come see what I bought. George?
George knew the room was still a little squishy. But he had the feeling there was something else he forgot.
George!
Well, whatever he forgot, he knew he was going to hear about it soon enough. To George, it was a perfect morning, eating and reading and having nothing better to do. But there was one thing he was supposed to do.
George, didn't you promise to clean up this room yesterday? You can't leave toys lying around. Someone could get hurt. Whew. Lucky for me, this wall was here. Now, please, clean up, George. When I come home from work, we'll spend the evening in our nice, clean living room, okay?
Rolling on the car looked fun, except for the slamming into the wall part. If one car was fun, imagine what you could do with two. George had to show his great new car shoes to someone. George couldn't wait to see the look on Hunley's face. That wasn't the look he expected. Hunley didn't want monkey handprints all over the clean doors. George didn't know how to turn around and go back.
I don't know. We have too many roller skates. Now, what can we do to make people more interested in skates?
Well, how about having a roller skating monkey give demonstrations?
And just where are we gonna find a roller skating monkey? The skates are our gift to you. You just skate in front of the store whenever you can.
You'd better give him another pair, hon. He's got 4 feet.
I thought he had 4 hands, but fine, 2 pairs it is. Okay, let's see what you can do.
Maybe he should practice outside.
Yeah, gotcha.
Now you practice, little mister, then come back.
Okay. You ever think we'll see him again?
If you can't trust a monkey, who can you trust?
George liked his new skates. But what were these black things for? George thought that even Hunley would have to admire his skates, especially since now he knew how to stop.
Let me help you with those. Hunley, you're in charge.
A monkey on wheels looked wrong, but a proud, sleek dachshund on nice wheels. George knew exactly what Hunley wanted to do. The bunnies were too fast. George would have to outthink them. One down, 6 to go. Lucky for George, bunnies are too young to know about footprints. It takes more than a superior brain to outthink bunnies. It helps to be wearing a cap. Three down, 4 to go. Squirrels don't like surprises, not even small ones. He counted the bowls. He'd caught Whitey, Spotty, Black Ears, Cottontail, Brownie, and a jumpy squirrel. Add being grabbed by a monkey to the list of surprises that squirrels really don't like. Not all footprints lead to cute little bunnies.
Hi, George. What you doing?
Bill was almost done. George's time was running out. George had caught every bunny except Herbert Ninninger, and Bill would be home soon. George had looked everywhere. What he needed was a bunny expert. But who knew a lot about bunnies? It wasn't going to work. George tried to explain this was no time to play with a fuzzball. She had to find Herbert Ninninger. This was no ordinary fuzz. This was the end of Herbert Ninninger.
Hey, George. Keeping the bunnies company? Thanks. As a reward for doing that and being so patient, I'm gonna let you pet one right now. Petting a bunny isn't easy. It's all about maintaining control. Step 1, unlock latch. But you want to pet a bunny, don't you? Okay, you sure are one careful kid. Hey, how'd that acorn get in there?
George wondered if the giraffe lived here with a friend, like the man with the yellow hat. The giraffe and the zebra weren't saying hi. Maybe they couldn't see George in the dark. There weren't any animals here at all. This was an amazing thing. Shadows made animals out of furniture. If only there was a way to show others this amazing thing.
We want you to see how the new color looks before we paint the whole place, Mr. Glass.
I chose that color myself. Everyone thinks it's a dull room. I want it full of life.
But I don't know if this is exactly what you mean by full of life.
George was thrilled someone was here to see what he'd done. People didn't seem happy. Maybe they needed to see it again. Now, with the lights off or the lights on, everyone could see the same animals that George saw.
did you do this?
No, that monkey must have done it.
George had seen people this unhappy before. They usually needed some quiet time alone.
Stop that monkey!
Monkey paints room, human painter upset. That's gotta be George.
That's just a bird.
George liked his bird okay, but he knew he could make a much better bunny.
What? It's a bunny. I want to talk with you, George.
George! Did you paint a room, you naughty monkey?
I don't know how to thank you, George.
Yes, I thank him.
Thank him.
Thank him.
You know, I would have thought that was a horsey. But whoa, it's a zebra. Only a genius or a monkey could have thought of this. I can rent it out as the Glass Palace Jungle Room. George, the Glass Palace is always half empty. But with more special rooms like this, I bet the glass is gonna be half full.
Have a good day.
Yes, George had a job today, and it turned out just great. Hunley seems happy we're home.
Hunley was very happy to know George was home. And the city was still working just fine.
I think he's just hungry.
After a week in the crowded city, what's more relaxing than driving out to the country for the day? Okay, sometimes the drive is slow. But it's a good time to think about relaxing stuff, like feeding ducks.
Oh, that was the worst traffic ever. But the day's not over yet. Let's feed the ducks. Hi, Mrs. Rankins. Something wrong?
The chicks wandered off. My chicken is very upset. If I don't find them before dark...
Yeah, not much time left to feed ducks either. I'll help you search. You can feed them without me, okay, George? But stay by the duck pen. I don't want you to get lost like the chicks.
Feeding ducks is like a relaxing brain massage. Jumpy Squirrel was a good jumper. And an even better food finder. this was great. George had never had ducks swim all around him before. If ducks swam all around, it meant he was floating down river with ducks. It was almost like being a duck.
Let's see if the chicks are along the fence. Hey, maybe they squeezed out here.
Then they could be anywhere.
Maybe they'll figure out how to find their way home again.
At that very moment, the chicks were trying to find their way home. But they were bad at it. Really bad. And speaking of lost, George was too busy being a duck to notice he was floating away from home. Fast. Jumpy tried to warn George because he didn't want his friend to get lost and take all that food with him. Soon, they were in a place they'd never seen before, which made George curious. Jumpy thought they should jump onto that small boat on the right. Or was it on the left? And it wasn't small. It wasn't even in the river. But Jumpy missed home.
People sure are buying a lot of coffee makers. I just wrapped 15 in a row.
There you are. I've been looking all over for you.
George wanted to play with the wrapper people some more. But he had to get these pants home. George hadn't been gone very long. But when he got back, the present had disappeared.
Oh, thanks for picking up my pants, George. I know how curious a little monkey can be, so I put the present away. That should take your mind off of it.
But hiding the present only made George more curious. This was the first time George noticed the walls were wrapped. It looked like wrapping on top of more wrapping. Maybe there were 100 layers of wallpaper under here. Or not. Since he reached the end, George tried to put it all back. But it didn't want to go. Then he thought of a way to make this the perfect bathroom for the professor's birthday.
Is that you, George? Make sure you wash up before Professor Wiseman gets here. And would you make sure that bowl of her favorite fresh fruit is out where she'll see it? You can't get away with that.
Huh?
You didn't wash. This hand is all sticky. Okay, now, wow. What happened in here? Oh, Professor Wiseman, help me hide this mess.
Hello, George. Everything okay?
I'll be right out. I got your favorite fruit. Help yourself.
Ooh. Is this a banangerine? You can't put skins on fruit, George. Only nature can do that. On the other hand, nature doesn't make banangerines.
Sorry, I'm... Happy birthday from George and me.
Oh, you didn't have to. Would you like to help me open it, George? I never would have guessed that's what was in this big box.
That's why it was wrapped that way.
Oh, my favorite symphony. You remembered. Thanks. Let's listen to it during dinner.
Oh, here, I'll get that.
George figured he'd better eat something. Because this was gonna take a while. George wondered what a rubber band would grow into. Or a feather. George was gonna grow all kinds of exciting things. The man with the yellow hat hadn't finished his speech. George could grow the rest for him.
Blah, 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 bleedy, bleed, blue, blah, blah.
Thank you.
This would be the best speech ever.
Hi, have you been just sitting there waiting for me the whole time? Oh. You weren't just sitting there waiting for me the whole time. Oh.
When the man looked like that, it meant George was about to hear a long lecture.
So, you see, seeds, nuts, acorns grow. My socks, the radio, the can opener don't grow. Okay, now, we have to dig up all those things you buried. Oh. George, where's my speech? Okay, we have to dig up my speech first.
Unlike Jumpy Squirrel, George didn't know how to find what he wanted. Everything smelled like dirt.
Hey, you digging a swimming pool?
Oh, no, Bill. George was being a squirrel and buried my speech. We can't find it.
Well, I'll help. Wait, I know someone who can really help. She's a great digger. No speech here.
Oh, digging a pool there, are you?
George buried something and we're trying to find it.
Well, I've got a metal detector I use to find coins and such down by the lake. Maybe that'll help.
Cool.
Well, my speech isn't exactly made of...
Well, no. Ahoy!
Maybe it's what you're looking for.
No, my speech isn't made of...
Ooh! Are they pirate keys?
Could be. Maybe to a treasure chest.
No, we're not gonna find my speech, and I can't rewrite it in time. I'll just have to skip the tribute.
George didn't have the talents of a squirrel, but he did have the talents of a monkey, which meant he could see really well.
You found it!
The speech!
Well, that's not made of metal.
So this is the air that inspired that wonderful speech. Are you planting something?
It's a long story. That's not a peanut. Looks like something you buried is growing. Maybe you are a little bit squirrel after all.
The apartment building where George lived was a very orderly place. And that's how Hunley liked it.
They're here to clean your carpets.
People came, and people went. The elevator arrived, and people came down the stairs. Everything in Hunley's lobby was orderly and neat. Well, almost everything.
We can't go back into the apartment until the carpet is dry, George. So you stay here in the lobby while I run my errands, all right? Okay. Oh, and in case you get hungry, I won't be long.
Hunley didn't think George should be eating a sloppy apple in the lobby. George decided it would probably be better to eat his apples someplace else. Hunley had never been through this door before. But he was pretty sure it was against the rules to be out here. Hunley didn't think George would ever get in that way. So he'd find a better way. At least there was one thing Hunley knew for certain. Home was this way. Or maybe that way. Hunley was getting worried. He could just imagine the terrible things that sloppy monkey was doing to his lobby. When Hunley found his building, it was even worse than he imagined. But then Hunley saw that it wasn't his street at all. But that meant he had no idea where he was.